Israel begins deploying troops to counter a wave of Palestinian gun and knife attacks that have intensified in the recent days. CBS 2's political reporter Marcia Kramer says the cabinet is taking other steps today to halt what it fears is the start of a new round of heavy violence.
A swift response from Israeli troops to Palestinian protesters lighting fires and hurling rocks in Bethlehem today. Tear gas fired at the protesters, armed Israeli troops pushing them back as tensions mounted following a number of deadly gun and knife attacks carried out by Palestinians against Israelis in Jerusalem and the West Bank. Israel began deploying 300 soldiers today to counter the attacks, 15 since the start of the Jewish New Year, that have left 8 Israelis dead. Police and military troops will now be allowed to seal off neighborhoods where the attacks have come from. The cabinet also decided to strip residency rights and demolish the homes of some attackers. Hundreds of security guards will also secure buses and other public transport after 2 Palestinians stormed a bus in Jerusalem yesterday, then stabbed and shot passengers.
One of them had a pistol, the second one had a knife, and injured 5 Israelis on the bus.
The attacks have apparently been fueled by rumors denied by Israel that it was plotting to take over some of Jerusalem's most sensitive holy sites that are sacred to Jews and Muslims alike. The attacks, mostly by young Palestinians, have been condemned by the Obama administration and a host of politicians.
Terror is terror. This is terrorism of the worst kind.
Assemblyman Dov Hikind is going to Israel this afternoon to show solidarity.
People wake up in the morning, take a knife and say, I'm going to find a Jew. A man, a woman, a child, it doesn't matter, and I am going to stick that knife into that person. It's just beyond comprehension.
Well, in the face of the attacks, the Israeli Internal Security Minister demands that the bodies of Palestinians that are involved in the attacks not be returned to the families for burial, because the funerals often turn into what he called an exhibition of support for terror and incitement to murder. Chris and Mary.
Marcia Kramer, thank you.